What's up guys, welcome back to Nick's Fishing. Now today is an exciting video for me. I'm not sure how you guys are going to react to it, but it is pretty awesome for me. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I now have a brand new kayak. Now I know what you're thinking, Nathan, your parents bought you another kayak for Christmas. Like, didn't they do that 2 years ago? You're so spoiled. Not exactly. 2 years ago, they bought me a Lifetime Tamarack Angler kayak, like $200. I've got a ton of use out of it, but it's just your basic fishing kayak 10-footer. So recently I have been thinking, you know, I might want to upgrade someday. Eventually I want to have a boat, but I need to like take a step up. I don't need to go straight from little kayak to bass boat. I'm gonna go little kayak, big kayak, you know, then maybe a giant boat, then hopefully one day a bass boat. So it had been all in my mind, like whenever I would buy a new kayak, like should I get one with foot pedals or not? And I was leaning towards another 10-foot kayak. You know, I don't necessarily need foot pedals, but something that I can stand on, something that's a lot more sturdy than, you know, the kayak that I already have. And out of nowhere, one day I get a text from Bo and he says, hey, this guy that lives in our area has a $700 Pelican kayak that he's interested in selling. I was like, okay. Kind of expensive, no big deal. And then he said the guy's only selling it for $300. So instantly I was like, dude, this is an opportunity that's not gonna come around often. I've got to go check this thing out. So one day after work, I met up with this guy. I made sure that the kayak was in good condition, because if it was all messed up, like holes in it, super scraped up, I didn't really want it. I was making sure the condition was good, and well, I bought the sucker. Now I spent my money, guys. Nobody bought this for me. It wasn't with Christmas money or anything. It's just money I've made, you know, a little bit from YouTube, a little bit from the trampoline park here and there. So you're probably wondering what kind of kayak this is and all the specs. Well, the name is super long. It's like Pelican to catch something. I'll put it on the screen right here. This is actually on Academy, like if I was to buy it brand new. Now this kayak is not brand new, it's been used. It was actually used by a guy about my age who fished tournaments in it, like kayak fishing tournaments. So it's been used by a bass fisherman. So now let's get into the details of this guy. I'm gonna turn the camera around and kind of show you some stuff that I've noticed. Starting from the front, super sturdy handle. This right here I put on there for my GoPro, that did not come with it. Then you have like some dry storage in here. Just kind of open it up. I'm not a fan of dry storage. As you can see, it's not super dry. I never used it on my old kayak, so I don't plan on using it on this kayak either. And then you have like an adjustable footrest thing. My old one had like a bunch of notches, but this one just has one that you can move. I mean, no crazy detail, but I like it. And then you have just some things right here where you can probably mount a fish finder, or maybe even some kind of GoPro mounts you could put in there too. Not sure what I'll use that for. Now this little feature right here, see this little ridge? That's something that I didn't really think anything about till I went fishing with it one time. Whenever you stand up, that holds your paddle. Like your paddle can sit right there and it won't move anywhere. And whenever you sit down, you just pick it back up. That's super cool. And then as you can see right here, you have your scupper holes. One of them's plugged. I might get a plug for this one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need it or not. Okay, coming in, you got two more super sturdy handles here and here. And then one of the key features, not Princess, we're talking about the kayak. This seat right here is such an upgrade. My other one was just like a tiny little pad on the ground and then like a tiny little backrest. But this one is elevated for one, so your butt's not gonna be right on the ground, and super, super comfortable seat. I mean, this thing's like a lawn chair or something. You can sit in it all day. It also has like a little pocket on the back where I can put my phone, my keys, stuff like that. Now the next feature, not just two rod holders. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this kayak. That is key, because if I want to fish all day and I need to have a lot of stuff, then this will really help me. Also, another little feature, got a measuring tape right here. It only goes to 23 inches. Hopefully I'll be catching some bass bigger than that, so I'll break the scale. Okay, coming into the back, this is a huge feature. You have a ton of storage. Like, this is not a tiny pocket. Now, it is a little bit dirty. This is a used kayak, but that thing can hold my bag, my camera gear, and I should be able to put my tripod up. I haven't set it up yet, but I'm gonna see that here a little bit later whenever I go fishing. And then the last thing, another little handle right here. And then the last thing, that's the plug for like if water gets all trapped in your kayak. And one more thing I didn't really hit on is this deck is huge. Like literally I can walk all around up here. It's like a boat, but I can stand up and fish of it. So that would be super cool as well. I've just got a Magellan Fusion paddle right here, super nice. I've tested it out on the water once or twice. Okay guys, so here we have the bottom of the kayak. As you'll notice, it has like a unique design. It has two whatever you want to call those right there, instead of one. That makes it so much more stable. Now it does come down to one here, so it can cut through the water a little bit better. By no means is this a super fast kayak, but the stability is great, as you can see by the design right here. And then you just have your 4 scupper holes. That's about all for the bottom. You know, it's a little bit scraped up, but nothing worse than my kayak. Not even close to as bad as mine. Alrighty, boys, that is enough talking about this kayak. We need to get out on the water and fish with it and film for the first time. Like I said, I fished off of it once or twice, caught some tiny bass, caught some crappie, nothing crazy. Today, we are taking it hardcore bass fishing for a couple hours here in my neighborhood pond. So, let me load up, head down to the pond, and whenever I get there, I'll show you how I set all my camera gear up. Okay, boys, we're at the pond now, and I finally have the kayak rigged up how I want it. Starting off at the front, here's where my GoPro is. This is kind of the angle it'll be capturing. Okay, come here, got my paddle, got my seat with my mic that's gonna connect to my phone up there. And now for all the interesting part, my 2 rods that I got with me today, the tripod set up. Got a little bungee cord here, a bungee cord here, that should be super sturdy. And now I've got my bag under here with plenty of space. I also have my little camera bag right there. So there's the setup. Should work out perfect. Now this is the first time I ever filmed off this kayak. I basically had the same setup as my old one. Just, you know, I had to rig everything up slightly different. I think I'm gonna make a lap around the pond with the Texas rig, sitting down, get that angle, and then I'm gonna strap on the chest cam mount and do a lap around, throw in like the jerkbait or something. So that way I can use 2 different baits, like 3 different camera angles, and just kind of experiment with a new kayak. So let me put this phone up there in the tripod and let's get to filming. Well, boys, we're off. I have a Bait's Kraken craw in an Okeechobee craw pattern, just on a little Texas rig, 4/0 hook, and I think like a 3/16 ounce weight. Throwing it on 17-pound fluorocarbon, 610 medium heavy rod, and Lewis American Hero reel, 7.1 gear ratio. That is the setup for today. I don't know why I just spit all those facts. No way. Oh! I don't know why I told you all my gear, so I usually don't do that, but I think I might have just had a bite. Literally felt like my line was running to the side on the first cast. I don't know, whenever I set the hook, it did not feel like I had a fish on at all, but my line did seem to be running. Top water. You have to be kidding me. It's December, or no, it's January. It's January the 1st. Let's go. What a sick bite, dude. God, this fish is cold too. I know I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, guys, but the water temps are still chilly. Like, that water is freezing, and this guy just came up and hit a top water bait. The Kraken craw has those huge claws, guys, so it just kicks super hard whenever you buzz it on top. And whenever I see a spot like that, I always buzz it, and it paid off. Chunky guy. This is such a healthy fish. Lips are red. It looks like he's been eating a ton. That is sick. Shoo. I mean, these guys might still be aggressive. Like, I know it's been winter for a while, but where I live, it still kind of feels like fall, guys. So these fish might be in a feeding mode. I do know there's going to be some fish pushed out deep, guys, but for today, I really didn't feel like fishing out deep. I just wanted to fish up shallow and see if I could catch some. So I'm glad to know that these fish up shallow are biting. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to keep fishing around the banks because I've been fishing for 10 minutes and already got one. Already got 2 bites, I think, so that is sick. Let's get some more. There's, he dropped it. Had one picking it up, running to the side. He had to have been a small guy. Sitting up by that float. Wow, what a dinker. I feel like this is what my last 2 bites were like too, because they felt so tiny. Don't know where the big girls are at today, but have not found them yet. Well boys, I just made my first lap around the pond, fishing in the seat, fishing with a Tex rig, caught 2, got a couple more bites. I don't really think that's what they wanted, so now I have a jerkbait tied on. There's no shad in this pond, so this probably isn't the best color, but I do have this jerkbait tied on. I mean, everybody on YouTube's been crushing them on the jerkbait, so I'm like, heck, I gotta hop on the trend, I gotta fish with them. I've never really been a jerkbait guy, but I am gonna try it today. Now, I also just got called into work about 3 hours earlier than I was expecting to go in. So I do not have much time to fish, probably only 30 minutes, so hopefully I can just go down that bank, come back, and that'll be all the fishing for today. So I need to make this quick, don't have a lot of time. And one more thing guys, I also had the chest cam on now. I'm gonna be standing up for this little bit of fishing. Let's see how it goes. Guys, if any of you out there are jerkbait fishermen, comment down below what your favorite jerkbait is, because I'm trying to get into it, like I said, and I don't even know where to start. I mean, this is a smaller jerkbait. This is a Rapala X Wrap, I believe. Golly, that's a fish. Woo-hoo, that was sick. That bite was awesome, dude. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know how well he's hooked. God, this guy is digging. I'm gonna try to flip him. Boom! Best fish of the day. Not a big one, but he just absolutely whacked the jerkbait, baby. Man, this is a fun kind of fishing. I've never really got on a jerkbait bite, but that was sick. And he put up a good fight. Wow, I see a lot of people like fishing with jerkbaits. That was cool, dude. And I feel like I got some good footage standing up, because he was jumping and going crazy. Right out there on the outside of that dock. The water's a little bit deeper. He was on that back side. I mean, it's probably 6 foot right there. That was a horrible cast. But yeah, it's not super shallow, which shows that these fish are pushed off a little bit. Or at least that one was, so surely there's some more. Well, I got my 1 fish. Hopefully I can get maybe 1 more before I have to go in. That would be cool. Well boys, a successful day on the water. It got cut short a little bit. Thought I was gonna be able to fish for longer. Probably could have picked up another fish or 2, but all in all, not a bad day at all. First time filming on the new kayak. Guys, let me know down below. What are your thoughts? Do you like this kayak? You think I could do anything to improve it? I mean, you've basically seen the whole setup that I have for now. And I also have that other kayak. Don't think I'm gonna just never use it. I mean, if I want to come fish for like 5 minutes or like, 30 minutes or something, I'm still probably gonna use the old kayak. And if I want to take somebody else kayak fishing with me, there's a kayak for them. Just let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments below. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button down below. But other than that, I'll see you in next Saturday's video. Peace.